This is gonna be so bad. Hello, medics. Today's topic, weird anime choices. As this season of anime begins to wrap up, we get some more anime that's being announced for the next season. Animes that are continuing. New isekais that are probably generic, but I'm still going to watch them. And concepts that have never been done before. And once you veer into the unknown, you might not get quite the reaction that you wanted. I mean, when we're talking about anime, veering into the unknown is very scary territory. I know how deep the anime iceberg goes. I would say I'm still, somewhere at the top of the iceberg, but it goes deep, bro. Towards the bottom of the iceberg, there are open-minded people who, would ingest certain content and give certain things a chance that the average person wouldn't. Tyler, what are you getting at? Okay, I was scrolling on Twitter and I seen a new anime announcement for an anime called If My Wife Becomes an Elementary School Student. This isn't good. So like most people, I read this and I go, no! Look, I'm watching Machoko Tensei right now. They're already pushing the line to make me want to drop the show because it really gets weird in that. But they give me such great story alongside that, but it's still weird and makes me want to drop this show. So I see this, My Wife Becomes an Elementary School Student reincarnation anime, and I'm like, certified lover boy, certified what? You know what I mean? Then I go to the comments and I see people defending this. So instead of just reading the comments like a regular person, I'm a content creator. I grab my camera right away. Look, I'm trying to be a YouTuber, guys. So I thought we would read some of this debate together and you guys would get my thoughts on this whole debacle of If My Wife Becomes an Elementary School Student, airing in October. I know nothing about this, but I have a feeling that this is gonna be one of those anime with a weird title, but end up being sad or have some sort of emotional meaning that's about appreciation of life or something. See where you're coming from? But elementary student reincarnation wife, I don't know. Nobody, your girl, would you still love me if I transformed into an elementary school student? No! Those questions are so stupid. Would you still love me if I was a worm? I'd kill you. 2 seconds, people. That's how long it takes to find out what the plot is about. Okay, this person is clearly better than me. They did their research. Me personally, I read If My Wife Becomes an Elementary School Student and my brain just shuts off right there. Can you blame me? Why would I want to deep dive into something like this? Why would I read this title and be like, wonder what this is about? So since they provided us some context, here's the synopsis. A husband and his daughter who lost their beloved wife 10 years ago and lost the meaning of life, as what happens when your significant other dies, unexpectedly reunite with their wife. As his wife is reborn as a 10-year-old elementary school student, the family is reborn. That provides no additional context. The synopsis is just the title with more words. It doesn't make it any less sus. This looks like an excuse to... Never mind. Did you actually look up the premise of the show? Is that not the premise? What do we... Here's the thing also. I don't know if I'm on the wrong side of Twitter right now. Me thinking that this is weird, this is the unpopular dumb opinion to have. Because this guy just got ratioed. She is still 10 when reincarnated. Bruh, if you think anything sexual when looking up what this story is about, then that's on you, mate. Oh, wait, he said mate, sorry. If you think anything sexual looking up that this story is about, that's on you, mate. My English accent is horrible. I'm not thinking about anything like inherently directly sexual when it comes to this show. Like, I don't think they're just gonna outright just animate CP, obviously. But in my opinion, when you have a wife, you have romantic feelings about her. I know some of your parents don't love each other. That's neither here or there. But what I would assume is if your wife dies, you still have those undertones of romantic feelings for her if she is reincarnated. So the fact that they chose to reincarnate this wife as a 10-year-old is sus. But then again, I haven't read the light novel. I haven't read the manga. I'm not deep on that iceberg to read a title like this and be like, maybe that's not what they meant. I'm the ignorant person here, I guess. Do some research before commenting here. I'm really hoping that I get a Twitter post in this threads that are like, okay, this is actually point A to point B to point C. I don't care if I get spoiled on this. I just want some clarity. This guy replies, what research, bruh? This ain't a college report. This guy replies, and by the way, he has a VTuber profile picture. And on Twitter, usually if you got a VTuber profile picture and you're not a VTuber, I mean, low-key, even if you are a VTuber, not coming for all my VTubers, but usually on Twitter, from my experience, the cuter the profile picture, the weirder, the harsher racist they are. But this guy replies, You're so petty. You guys probably don't even know that there's a live action adaptation about this series. The series is very wholesome and it's very sad at the same time. I really hope so. I really hope that the title is like a clickbait situation. The same way if you've watched Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Like, the show's not really about picking up girls in a dungeon. Like, it's a fantasy Greek mythology fighting monsters harem anime. I think me saying harem just destroys my whole point there, but you get what I'm trying to say. Maybe it's a misdirect. This guy replies to that saying, does his wife become an elementary school student? Yeah, she dies and I guess reincarnates as an elementary school student. And then the last reply, this is really getting me. Nigga, ew. Okay, this tweet here might clear it up for me a little bit. Apparently, she reincarnated and just got in contact with the family to help them get over their grief, because now that she died, she has another life to live on. For obvious reasons, can't be with them anymore. Okay, so my brain, whenever I hear reincarnation, is like, oh, I reincarnated. I'm back, y'all. Hey, it's me. I might be a 10-year-old, but I'm still your wife. If she got reincarnated and it's a story of her being like, hey, I'm gone now, but everything's not so bad with me gone. You can still live without me. I could see how that could be a heartwarming story. And then she does that and then she goes on to live her new life. I won't be tuning in, but that makes that makes a little bit more sense. Someone says, I guess it's the part where I admit that I've actually read this before out of a morbid curiosity and got a brutally emotional story about death, grief, and all that comes with it. Someone replies, okay, that's fine, but why couldn't the wife reincarnate into an older person to keep the plot? It's a pretty good question. I'm wondering the same thing. I'm the idiot here. I'm the one who can't grasp such intelligent and thought-provoking ideas. Because when I think something like that, I'm met with, what are you, a fucking moron? That's not how reincarnation works, dumbass. When someone is reincarnated, they're reborn as a new person with a new life. Is that how it really works? Maybe because I'm so trash isekai brain that I felt like someone gets reincarnated, they take the memories of their old life and they're still that same person, they still have the same soul, they're just reborn into something else. But continuing on, Jesus fucking Christ, how are people this idiotic? Yo, crashing out over the 10-year-old wife is insane. And again, this reply ratioed the previous one. This is why you can't base right or wrong based off of how much like something has on Twitter. Genuinely, guys, I don't know if I'm being gaslit right now or I'm just an idiot. Moral of the story, can we stop making weird anime? And if it isn't weird, can we stop titling anime in a weird way? I feel like if your story is indeed wholesome, hits on a lot of emotional aspects, you don't need the title to not reflect that, because everything in every book is judged by its cover. Hey, that was kind of nice. Hey, that should be the outro. That's gonna be the outro. Yo, weird anime dismissed. Thank you for watching, medics. Like the video.